Hey guys, it's me, Griselda. I just wanted to make a little video and just for whatever it's worth, and to drop in and just talk about something that has been on my mind, weighing heavily on my mind, and that is the realization that what is happening in the bigger picture is a fight really between individualism and collectivism. People are using the word communism, capitalism, and then associating clearly with these ideas with right-wing ideologies versus left-wing ideologies. Talking about, this, look, the bottom line is something has to give, right? I am not against capitalism. I am not against working hard. For fuck's sake. Let's talk about that for a minute too. This idea of working hard will equal you being a successful person, and success meaning specifically having some wealth and resources, a home, and so on. I know a lot of people who work really hard and they're the poorest people on the planet. So this idea of work hard, it's so after school special, to be honest with you. It's extremely naive. And I understand exactly what you're talking about. And I'm not saying not to work hard and to live off the government. And so I don't want anybody throwing that shit around like an idiot, trying to say, well, if you're saying this, then you must be saying that. No, guess what? Life is filled of nuance, okay? Ideas have nuances. It's more than just a binary existence. How boring, really. It's just stupid to think that way. It really is demonstrative of how much more mature we need to become as thinkers, okay? How about bringing back philosophy and fuck religion? Because people need to actually be asking different questions. Do you question the sources that you get your information from? If you don't question the sources you get your information from, then you're not a thinker. You're not a critical thinker. You're looking to affirm your own biases. That's what you're doing. All right. So the idea that I want to talk to you about today is individualism versus collectivism. Individualism, a rugged individualist is a great idea. I'm an individualist. I have lived my life as a fiercely independent woman. No matter how I've lived it, people can have their ideas, their moral judgments about how I chose to live it. Who cares? Okay? I still took care of myself. I didn't have any kids to take care of. I don't have a mortgage. I never had a mortgage to worry about. I never have been on government assistance for anything. Everything was cash-based for me. And, I think that I've taken care of myself with, in ways that I found to take care of myself. My point is, I did what I had to do to be responsible for my own life, okay? So I get it. I don't like anyone telling me what to do. No one can tell me what to do. What I like to do is consider all sides and filter them via my own direct life experiences, and then see what sits with me and what doesn't. Where I see there's an injustice versus where there is a justice. And everybody's like, yeah, well, that's bias. Well, of course it's bias. I'm not saying my truth is the universal truth. I'm saying that, that's all I can do with integrity is consider all sides. Don't throw all the babies out with all the bathwaters, and then start to be like, okay, where inside of this space is there truth? Where inside of this space is there truth? Okay, not anyone has the monopoly on fucking truth. Not everybody Republicans don't have the trademark on truth, okay? Libertarians don't have the trademark on truth. Democrats don't have the trademark on truth, okay? So if you're running around saying that you're against religion and religious minds are idiots and people who are religious are idiots, but then you're so hyper partisan yourself, you're the same kind of idiot, to be honest. It's the same part of your brain. All right? So individualism, as a rugged individualist, it's like an idea that works when there's a lot of space, right? Think about back in the day when people were building this country and, building it literally and ideologically. I mean, you had the mom and pop stores. You had people who created a business and a service, right? And there was enough to go around. But eventually, rugged individualism without awareness, without self-awareness and self-knowledge will lead to creating a society filled with monopolies. Okay? Because this rugged individualism, unfortunately, if it goes unchecked, will become narcissism. And there's nothing good about, always living with your head up your own ass. There are so many other truths other than yours in the world, right? And I'm not saying that other truths are more important than yours or yours are more important than theirs. I'm saying, hey, it's like a cycle of life. What has life been like for you inside of that experience, in the body you're in, and so on and so forth, in the country you were born in? What has it been like for you? You're going to have different truths than me, right? So in other words, you're going to help me see my own blind spots, and vice versa. This kind of thinking will not happen in a narcissist's mind. It's not going to happen. This is the fucking problem with today. So many people have their own heads up their own asses, and they are just deeply, and sometimes it's subconsciously, invested in making sure that they are known to be the morally superior, the intellectually superior, the one more deserving of this and that because of these two other things. I see it all the time in people I know and people I care about on the internet. It's gross. It's fucking boring, man. Fucking boring. All right? So rugged individualism, yes, I'm an individual. I am an independent motherfucker. I have been doing my own shit forever, my own way. Absolutely. I'm all about sovereignty, divine sovereignty, about remembering your own fucking divine name, all right, so that you know your divine path and your divine purpose. But that doesn't mean that, your rugged individualism shouldn't consider that you are living in something bigger than just your fucking self. You're a part of a greater whole, okay? You're part of a greater world community. I'm not saying, oh, you're a commie. And these fucking idiots, Don't be a fucking idiot, all right? Just don't. Shit is more complicated than that, all right? I'm saying that because I'm an individual, I take responsibility for what also is in my own mind. And I question my assumptions. And I ask so-and-so who lived way over there, or who has a different experience than me, what has that experience been like for you? Well, I ask so-and-so over here the same. What has your experience been like for you? And then I collect this like a circle of experience, and I consider it. And I see, where is my place in this, right? What are my shadows? What are the things I still am wrestling with? How do I become acutely more aware of them so that I can take responsibility for my shit and not running around projecting it all over the fucking place? That is also part of being a fucking individual, is having an awareness of the world that you fucking living in too. Because it's not all about you. So then what's the answer? What's the balance? All we can do is start with ourselves and ask ourselves, am I living in an extremely binary way? Have I not considered the nuances of philosophy and thought and existence and reality? Okay? And where am I in this experience? Have I ever lived in another country? Am I poor? Am I rich? And have I gone to other countries, but I've been a tourist because I could afford to be a tourist? I didn't live with the locals and learn their ways, right? There are levels to this shit, people. There are levels to this shit. And some people have not been tested. Not enough. And it shows. Okay? And it shows. You can have one experience that happened a long time ago, but if it's been a little while since you have fallen off of cloud 9, tick-tock, maybe it's time for you to fall again. All right? This is not just true for the individual. This is true for a whole country. And maybe what's going on here is, I'm not against capitalism. What I'm against is fucking nepotistic, crony, fucking arrogant, motherfucking greedy ass capitalism. That's what I'm against, okay? That's what I see as the disease. So if that has gone unchecked for so long, right? Something has to give. And guess what? Nature abhors a vacuum. It's going to fill this space once this crashes. If people are afraid that it's going to be communism, a sort of tyrannical communism, then maybe we should consider, well, what the fuck have we done that would conjure that? Because shit doesn't show up in a vacuum. Everything is a response to something else that is the universal law of nature. It's not religion or belief. It's knowledge. It's the truth. Okay? Cause and effect, motherfuckers. That's what the fuck this is. All right? So if we can just step the fuck out of this like partisan bullshit that is beneath all of us, to be honest with you, and actually use your fucking brain and critically think, dare to go to your enemy's website and see what they're fucking saying, and then try to find some truth in it. I dare you to fucking do that. Most people won't, because their egos are more important to them than the goddamn truth they say that they care about. This is individualism versus collectivism. All right? All of it sucks without awareness. All of it sucks without the willingness to look at all sides. Okay? That's what I want to say. Individualism versus collectivism. In a rugged individualist mind today, it feels very hyper narcissistic, with no sensibilities about anything, no balance about anything outside of the self, right? And what the self wants and needs and demands and feels entitled to. And then the shadow side of collectivism is everybody becomes a martyr. And I'm not going to do that either. So what's the answer? What can we do to start to explore the nuance of our fucking reality, the nuance of our existence, instead of like creating these grids that are so binary and completely fucking boring, to be honest? I can't take this shit anymore. All right, you guys. Hey, be well and raise hell. Bye.